Hi and welcome to Grey Matter. So today we are going to discuss a very important topic on neuromed, that is your abnormal movement disorder. So we are going to have a comparison between all the abnormal movement disorders, and first we are going to discuss the movement disorder, then the video graphics we are going to see, and then some high yield topics if required for the NEET PG. I am going to discuss them. So the first movement disorder we are going to discuss is tremor. So in tremor is basically of four types, which is resting tremor, postural tremor, kinetic tremor, and action tremor. So what is exactly tremor? So tremor is basically a rhythmic oscillation of a body part due to intermittent muscle contraction. All the definitions which I am going to say is from Harrison's. And first movement disorder which we are going to discuss is your resting tremor. This is also known as pill rolling tremor. So first we'll see the video graphics. So as you can see here, these are rhythmic oscillations of your small hand muscles due to irregular contractions. So you can see this is also known as pill rolling tremor. You know it is characteristically seen in Parkinson's disease, and the lesion is there in substantia nigra and red nucleus. Whereas the next tremor type is your intentional tremor, which is the most common abnormal movement disorder. So we'll see the image, we'll see the video graphics. So we can see that at rest there is no tremor, but when the patient initiates an action, you see an intentional tremor. In intentional tremor, the lesion is there in cerebellum, and it is precipitated with stress, and it is decreased with intake of alcohol. The primary treatment includes beta blockers and primidone. Now clinically, if you want to differentiate difference between your resting tremors and intentional tremors, you can ask the patient to write his name. So patients of Parkinson's disease, that is your resting tremors, will write his name in small fonts, that is micrographia, whereas in intentional tremors the letters are going to be irregular and large, which is your this as you have seen here, okay, micrographia. So the third movement disorder which we are going to discuss is asterixis, which is negative myoclonus, and also known as flapping tremors. So why flapping tremors? We'll see in the video graphics. Here the physician is asking the patient to keep his hands forward and keep in a proper posture, but he is unable to maintain that. There is loss of muscle tone, and that creates a flapping movement. That is why it is called as flapping tremors. It is characteristically most commonly in what you see in patients with hepatic encephalopathy, in your decompensated ALD, or in uremic encephalopathy, which is in your unregulated CKD patients. The lesion is there in cortex. So any kind of encephalopathy, it might be metabolic or your hepatic or toxic, which could be due to CO2 narcosis or any other conditions, it is going to cause asterixis, which is your flapping tremors. The fourth movement disorder is chorea. So the definition of chorea is basically rapid, semi-purposeful, graceful, dance-like, non-patterned, involuntary movements involving your distal or proximal muscle groups. So we'll see the video graphics of chorea. So this is the patient of chorea. You can see both the distal and the proximal muscles are involved. They are rapid, semi-purposeful, graceful, dance-like movements, okay, and they are involuntary. So this is the typical video graphic of chorea. In chorea, the lesion is there in caudate nucleus. Now the next movement disorder which we are going to discuss is hemibalismus. So basically, when the movements are of large amplitude and predominantly proximal distribution, the term balismus is used. So movements like chorea, but they are predominantly proximal in distribution and they are with large amplitude, it is known as hemibalismus. So we'll see the video graphics of hemibalismus. So here we can see there is predominantly proximal distribution of your lesion, your movements. So proximally the movements are there, dance like movements, involuntary movements. The lesion in your hemibalismus is seen in subthalamic nuclei. Now the last movement disorder which we are going to discuss is your athetosis. So what is athetosis? So athetosis is basically slow, distal, rhythmic, involuntary movement with a propensity to affect the arms and hands, okay. So you can see the video graphics of your athetosis. So as you can see, the movements are slow, they are distal, and they are involuntary movements, and with more propensity to affect the arms and hands. So this was athetosis. The lesion in athetosis is due to your affection of globus pallidus. So these were the 6 movement disorders which I have shown you. All the video graphics are very classical. You can also identify what is the lesion, where is the lesion. So apart from that, I have a question for you. So as you can see in the left side, this is your KF rings. Okay, this is KF rings, and this is characteristically seen in Wilson's. So what is the characteristic abnormal movement disorder seen in Wilson's disease? Okay, this is your question. Thank you.